listening right now, let me know if the audio is working, or the video is working, or if nothing is working. Let's see, Looks like it's loading. I'm trying this vertical live stream thing as opposed to last time that we didn't do vertical, we did horizontal. So, and I'm also wearing my glasses. That way no one gets confused as far as when I'm mentioning the wrong names, because I'm a moron. But anyways, welcome to the live stream. The Colorado Adventure Channel is so happy and so grateful for anybody and everybody that's watched any videos, that's commented, any kind of support whatsoever. We just got through completing the first year of the channel. It's just super, super new. We don't really have, a lot of things going on as far as, complicated issues with like affiliates and all that kind of thing right now, because we're just so small. I could really concentrate on doing the channel and having fun, and we're still in the stages of it just being fun right now because I'm not making squat. So, but the good news is with this channel and moving forward, we are getting sponsors, we are getting affiliates, and it's huge. We have worked with several e-bike companies already. Ingway, we've worked with Juiced, we've worked with Rave, and still working with Rave. They are absolutely amazing. Those guys are incredible. They put out a great product. We've also brought on a new sponsor and a new affiliate, and that is Goat Power Bikes. I am super excited. Let me turn on the chat, All right, now I got it turned on. I'm super excited to bring on Goat Power Bikes. That's a huge deal, especially being up here in Colorado where it's really rough terrain. There's a lot of like trails, gravel trails and dirt trails and stuff like that. Goat Power Bikes has put out such a great product, and all these links are below with Rave e-bikes and Goat Power Bikes. Those links are below. It tremendously helps out the channel if you follow the links, and you will also get a big discount. Goat Power Bikes are giving you $230 off if you use my discount code, and that is Colorado Adventure Channel, all capital letters. That's the discount code, Colorado Adventure Channel. The links again are below, so if you do want to pick up a great e-bike, they make a good one. They have stepped up to the plate. We've been in contact just via email, and when Bryson stepped to the plate and offered the channel an e-bike, it was absolutely huge. It's gigantic. I mean, we're talking a $2,600 e-bike. I will be getting the Goat Power V2. It will have dual suspension on it. It's a little bit different than the V1 that they have out right now, but I'll be getting the V2. I'm so excited. That will be coming in early April. I can't wait. That's a little over a month, about a month and a half away. I'm so excited. We've got some other companies that have given us product and given us like pro deals. Never Summer is one of those companies that is really, really awesome. Gags and those guys have always been super cool with me. I've known them for years, working at the ski shop, so on and so forth. They're super cool. Oakley is awesome. Tim Kennedy, he's a great friend of mine. He's a rep for Oakley. Has set me up with some glasses and stuff, and it's just, it's just super awesome getting some gifts from those guys. As we go forward and moving forward, I've been working with like, work with drones. That's like one of my big things. I've had a GoPro action camera. I just wasn't really happy with it, and then a couple years ago, or about a year and a half ago, I guess, I went with this DJI Action 2. It is super tiny, it's magnetic, it clicks onto things. So any attachment that you put on it clicks onto things. Problem is, if you do hit like one of these sides, it will tend to pop up. So like if I'm snowboarding in the trees, you could ask Andrew from Freshly Charged. When we went on a snowboarding trip, it was very entertaining. But I lost the camera, went down the snow, somehow grabbed it. But yeah, the only flaw of that is if you do hit one of those clips, it will pop off. A tree branch was a an obvious thing, but it hit just at the right angle, I think, and basically just unlodged it, and just the pull of the branch or whatever when we were snowboarding through the trees up at Vail popped it off, and somehow found it and saved the footage, which the footage was more valuable to me than the camera was. But this camera's been really cool. You can see it's got a nice little display screen on the back there. And it's, you know, finger touch and everything. I just got the one that just has the battery pack on it. The thing that I do love about it is so compact. So when I'm doing like my e-bike or fishing adventures, it just being so tiny is huge. But this battery pack right here is went out. It no longer charges. And it's just messed up in a bunch of different ways. So I have to literally plug it in to get it to transfer the data or the video to the SD card, and then I have to, it's been a lot of work for a few months, but a great camera indeed. I do plan on getting a new action camera. I don't know what I'm going to go with quite yet. I do have some options as far as a chest mount fishing one, but far as we just got today, we just got the Insta360. I did a video of the unboxing of this bad boy, but thank you Insta for sending this over. Affiliate link down below. This was desperately needed. My girlfriend got one of these. Actually, she paid full retail for one of these, and she got like the snow package, the whole deal. I got, all I needed was the camera and the selfie stick. That's all I need for snowboarding and so on and so forth, and some e-bike adventures for sure. Along with, I am looking at the Insta360 action camera, because I'll need something for chest mount for fishing and e-bike adventures and reviews, hiking, so on and so forth. As far as just a really cool action camera for doing some action sports and just playing with, it doesn't get any better than that. And you can get a chest mount and literally use this as a regular action camera as well, which might possibly be an option. I like to have just a couple different cameras. Like I got one right now doing the live stream. I've got this one here that I can do up on the mountain and just get that, you know, you can basically make the selfie stick disappear with the Insta360. That's what makes it cool. And I will say the selfie stick is super high quality. I've went through a lot of these selfie sticks. I mean, a lot of them, and they just break. There's a lot of them that aren't any good, but this one right here seems super stable. They've got a gold version out too. If you're into something fancy, but check on the link down below if you're interested in getting an Insta360. It'll help out my channel so much. Anyways, getting back to the channel, today was great. I kind of had the day off. I've been working a lot. Hope everybody has a nice beverage and is enjoying their evening and listening to me ramble, because if you know me, I'm known to babble and ramble on for days. It's just part of it. I'm pretty much just straight, and I don't like do any kind of like drinking or anything anymore or get messed up, so I tend to babble a lot. But anyways, the channel's doing really good. Your support is absolutely amazing and incredible. It really touches me so much. The affiliate programs like with Amazon and stuff, the affiliate links, with Rave, with Goat, picking up Insta360 and having an affiliate program with them is just super amazing. And they really do take care of the content provider. They really do. These companies are really good. I do my research before I work with a company, and I reach out to these companies myself usually to build a relationship. Working in the music industry, being an account executive for 10 years, handling large accounts, really that experience really helps a lot on the backside of this. And having the video experience working at Home Shopping Networks for almost 7 or 8 years, working in the music industry and working with some of the best engineers in all of music, is all I'm gonna say. I've worked very close to them. One of them is my very best friend. He lives still back in South Knoxville. His name is Jack. He is He's my best friend. And he is probably one of the most talented and just absolutely inspirational engineers I've ever met. He has his own studio in his house. He's the magic man, and he's got great taste in music. He plays guitar, he plays bass. He's a multiple talented guy. He's great at golf. Great soccer player, good basketball player. Jack is just a jack of all trades. And a big reason I even started snowboarding, believe it or not. Something to think about, isn't it? But anyway, Jack is great. But him being an engineer, he explained to me one time, this is hilarious. Can you say Cooper, please? Cooper? Yep, Cooper. Cooper is a great name, by the way. That is a great, great name. I know a dog named Cooper. I know a guy named Cooper. It's a pretty good name. But anyways, getting back to the channel here, that's pretty funny, VR King. But getting back to the channel here and the growth of it, I started off last February of 2023, right around about, and I got an interview to be on one of the local TV channels here in Vail, TV8 Vail. Liz, one of my great friends, she's the host. She invited me onto the channel to do just like a little talk, just to be like a little co-host on there, and it was just a lot of fun. I got to actually bring up my channel, talk about my channel. That was the early stages of just doing drones and music. I did like my very first real video was doing a snowshoe hike up through Stone Creek drainage, which right now is a great area to come down off the backside of Beaver Creek and get back to the house here. I used to live in Minturn. You could take the Minturn mile and get close to my house area. Now here in Beaver Creek, you could take Stone Creek drainage, aka Polly's Plunge, and you could dip down in there and come back to my house as well. So it's this super cool area where I live between Beaver Creek and Vail Ski Resorts. For a lot of you that don't know, I just live in the best area to have a channel called the Colorado Adventure Channel. So it's super, super cool. Today I went riding. I did like a little short, you'll see it, to Motley Crue. It's my favorite band, by the way. So Motley Crue, for some reason, popped on the radio, or popped on my Pandora, I should say, radio. That should tell you my age. So should tell you Motley Crue is my favorite band. But Shout at the Devil came on as I was talking to these guys from New York, which I hope you're all listening out there because you all subscribe to my channel. I saw that. Thank you all, by the way. That means the world. Please subscribe. Please hit like. Please leave a comment. Please. That means the world to me. It helps my channel. But we're talking to a couple guys from New York, Manhattan actually, and I love Manhattan. I've got a big soft spot for Brooklyn and Manhattan. Great food, great people, and I love basketball. And that's the best place to play street ball in the world. And I'm a huge basketball guy. If you know anything about me, it is definitely basketball and football. Those are two sports I love. Looking at the Broncos hat behind me. I went to college with Peyton Manning. I graduated University of Tennessee, so a lot of you all know that that's where Peyton went to school. So he graduated from the University of Tennessee and was just a huge, huge, huge guy on campus. Super nice. Speaking of Cooper, he had a brother named Cooper, or has a brother named Cooper and a brother named Eli, and just super great people, just amazing people. But anyways, getting back to the YouTube channel, it's starting to get to the point now where, as I got that interview and it's steadily climbed, I'm just trying to figure out my niche in this whole thing and just experimenting and seeing where I'm going and making mistakes and trying to learn from the mistakes. That's really what I kind of done, is I just done the things I love and I just be myself. I think that's super huge. Working in the television industry, I got to work with some very great people there as well, engineers and show host. Tad Howard was my engineer. Augie DiBiase was my engineer. I was very, very blessed to work with some of these people. And then the show host, um, Lori Santori, was just absolutely amazing. Chuck Spicer, my all-time favorite. Paul Kelly, Lisa Kelly, some just amazing people in the industry that I got to work side by side, and they really taught me a lot and really took me under their wing. I learned a lot about television production, and that is a big reason I just jumped on board doing this crazy shit here that I'm doing. But anyway, I enjoy it a lot. I love it a lot. I have a big passion for Colorado. I moved out here about 14 years ago after working in the music industry for a decade. And one day I just went into my boss's office and told him, here's your 2-month notice. I'm moving to Colorado to become a snowboard instructor. And that was pretty much what I did at age 36. I just walked in to my boss's office and let him know that I'm moving to Vail, Colorado and becoming a snowboard instructor. And that's exactly what I did. I had a lot of people say, you can't do that, you can't do that. Hell, I didn't even really know how to snowboard really good, to be honest with you. I didn't really learn how to snowboard till I moved out here. But, you know, saying that, the love of Colorado, the love of the outdoors was definitely my draw here. I grew up watching Grizzly Adams, speaking my age again. I grew up watching Grizzly Adams, and that was a big, big thing. I really, really, really love the fact of having a pet bear, which I know is unrealistic, but I did have a Newfoundland when I first moved here. And she passed away at the old age of 13 years old. Her name was Chloe Bear, and that was my bear, so to speak. But anyway, I lived in Minturn, just on a back lot there in a cabin for many, many years, and we had bears in the backyard, and also had my Chloe Bear in the front yard. Speaking of wildlife out here, we have a moose running around the neighborhood. We have mountain lions running around the neighborhood. We have a deer kill, actually, I think it's an elk kill, coming down Stone Creek drainage there. Polly's Plunger is actually an elk kill from a mountain lion out there. So, and there's a coyote running around, but that's no big deal. It is literally crazy, the wildlife out here. And they reintroduced some wolves out here. Love it or hate it, there it is. I'm not going to give my opinion here on this channel. It's nobody's business. Are you good at math? Probably not. Probably not really good at math. Decent at math, maybe. I'm good at guesstimating. But no, I guess the whole growth of the channel has really changed over the past couple months. I've gotten a lot more viewers. I've gotten a lot more subscribers. And I'm finding my niche as I grow. What does it say? It's 10. It's Tennessee. Yeah, is that a Tennessee joke? The only 10 I see? But no, oh yeah. My little coon hound. I've got a blue tick coon hound underneath the bed right now, Ellie Mae, and she's sleeping. So she's, times 3,000? Okay, 10 times 3,000? Well, that's 30,000. In Tennessee math, that's 30,000. But anyway, the fact that the channel is growing and moving forward is super, super huge. Getting sponsors is really big. Affiliate programs just to try to get some kind of income until I get monetized is huge. Right now, I'm not monetized. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, if you like, hit like and leave a comment. I really need the support and really, truly appreciate it. But yeah, getting the Insta360, this is a big, big deal. This is huge. This is going to add a whole new dimension, because if you ever watch any of my snowboard videos, I've went through a lot of selfie sticks, and it's just because they're cheaply made, because they're the kind that you pull out and then you have to twist and they just snapped. So I mean, they really just kind of suck. But this one just seems like it's made super well. The camera is really awesome in just how the selfie stick will be invisible. And you put it on the me mode and you kind of hold it like, well, it'd be like this if I'm holding it. But if you were holding it, it would look like this at this angle, and that's how you get the me mode to give you that selfie look without seeing the selfie stick in the shot. So that should be pretty cool. I'm gonna play with that. Hopefully by Monday. I do have to work the ski shop. If you need any rentals or know anybody that needs any rentals, come check us out at Ski Base in Lions Head and Vail. I work there a couple hours on Sunday. It's so much fun. It allows me to at least be social and do my thing. But yeah, getting back to the channel, it's been super cool. It's been super fun. I've really enjoyed the heck out of it. Where we were as an adventure channel starting off was we were just a channel that was super, super small. And I just had a drone and that little camera, the little Action 2 Pro here. That's all I had. And then invested into some mics. If you know anything about these mics, the DJI mics, they are amazing. That's what I'm using now. They are so freaking cool. Yo, what is up? But no, the fact of having any kind of equipment is such a big deal to me, and it's so expensive that there's just no way I could have, you know, just grabbed that Insta360 without it biting me a little in the pocket because I needed a camera. Appreciate those guys so much. Getting these e-bikes is super huge because not only getting these e-bikes for like transportation and going on these adventures, whether we're going fishing, going to the farmer's market, the GoPro games, going to Oktoberfest, you know, all these things that we do is just super fun. It's part of the nature of the valley too. It's part of the mountains here, and having an e-bike to go on these bike paths and be able to park up close and not having to park far away. And I mean, that's just super cool. What does that say? Look at the comments. Yeah, somebody is having a really good time here. Let's see, who is this? Yeah, we might have to put you in a little time out there. Anyways, good Lord. I think that just the fact of having that e-bike and getting around and going to these places and not having to find places to park is super huge. It's also a great way to deal with the environment, to be honest with you, and not have to use, you know, a car or whatever. I still prefer a gas or a fuel vehicle versus an electrical vehicle as far as cars or trucks go, still to that point. Motorcycles, I'm starting to get a little curious about those, but street bikes, I think I've given those up. I used to have crotch rockets, and you know, now I think I'm going to give the crotch rockets a little bit of a rest. All right, let's see here. Not too shabby. All right, but yeah, getting back to the channel, just where we were, you know, just having a drone, having a camera, just trying to get, you know, some good footage of where we are, what we're surrounded by here, just the whole vibe of it all. It's just super freaking awesome. As we got into spring, we started doing some e-bike adventures. I love the e-bike thing. That's so much fun. The companies I've been working with, the e-bikes, is just super amazing. Then getting into the fishing part, where the weather started warming up. It's just one of the, if I'm good at anything, it's fishing. Like, I'd say I'm good at a lot of things, but if I'm great at anything, it's fishing. I grew up watching Bill Dance. I grew up watching all the fishing shows. Where at one point I really thought about putting this into a fishing show, but I didn't want to burn myself out on fishing. It's something that I enjoy and it's something that I don't want to do constantly all the time and burn myself out, because being an instructor at Vail, a snowboard instructor at Vail, I worked so many hours, a couple seasons there, that when I had my days off, I didn't have the energy really to go snowboarding, and I never really got to enjoy the freedom of snowboarding. Kayaking as well. I'm a big whitewater guy, and I used to compete kayaking, like at the GoPro games, for example, and just local races and goofing off. Teaching it constantly and taking people on the river constantly. When I had my days off, I didn't want to go on the river, so I wanted to kind of leave that as well. Those are the kind of things that, like when you get into this, you got to be very careful about a lot of your passions and things that you do, because you could possibly get burned out. So saying that, and I think it's super, super important, saying that, I don't want to do just a strictly fishing show. I don't want to do just a strictly e-bike show. I don't want to just do strictly a snowboarding show. I like to break it up a little bit where I don't have to use my drone every time that I do a video. I don't have to snowboard every time I do a video, or e-bike every time I do a video, or fish every time I do a video. I can mix it up. It's the Colorado Adventure Channel, and that's just kind of where it is now. That's where we are now. Where it goes from here, that could be a bunch of different things. That could be, oh man, e-bike reviews, and it's a lot of money or something. As I get more e-bikes, I do really good on the e-bike reviews. Every time I get a new e-bike, it's thousands and thousands of views. That is probably my biggest niche right now, is the e-bikes. After that, I would have to say the snowboard reviews. I do really good with the snowboard reviews, the Never Summer snowboard reviews, and that Salomon. I've got a Salomon snowboard review I did, and it's just thousands. Anything it seems like to do with snowboarding and e-biking, I do really well with when it comes to reviewing the equipment. Being in sales, I guess that helps a lot, that I've been in sales for a lot of time in retail. And just knowing kind of the background of sales, and just, hitting on the points and the pros and cons of things, and being honest about it too, I think is good, because reputation is everything. My grandpa always told me that reputation is the hardest thing to earn, and it's the easiest thing to lose. And there's a bunch of sayings that I have, but that's one that I always remember. So reputation to me is huge. Yeah, I totally agree. But just having the background of fishing, the background of snowboarding, the background of dirt biking, the background of hiking, the love for adventure, the love for being outdoors, it makes this kind of channel super easy for me. Having a mixed bag of things right now with the snowboards and the fishing and the e-bikes and the drone stuff. Those things right now are the things that I love showing people, and I love doing, and I like doing the mix of them. That's just the whole passion of it, and that's where we are right now. Where we go in the future, that could be dependent on affiliates, that could be dependent on sponsors, that could be dependent on a bunch of different things at the time. So I don't really know exactly where we're headed, but I do have a good idea where we're headed. And that's doing adventures and taking you on adventures with me. And that right there will mean the world to me, is to take you on adventures, especially if you can't come out here to Colorado and you can't go on adventures. If you want to do an adventure and kind of can't, you could sit back and at least go on an e-bike ride with me through the Rocky Mountains. You could go fishing with me. You could go snowboarding with me. You can go hiking with me. You could do those things. I'm going to start doing some restaurant reviews. We've got great food in the area. I want to start hitting on some restaurant reviews with the new e-bike coming in. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be able to take us further, faster, in more places than ever. So fishing spots, we're going to hit some new fishing spots this year. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to bring everybody along with me on these adventures and on these journeys. And doing these live streams, it's totally weird because, you know, this is totally out of my, I wouldn't say comfort zone. I don't really get uncomfortable around people or talking. I mean, just being around the music industry and live television. I mean, you know, when we worked at the Home Shopping Network, it was live television. So green tea and honey, it's my new thing. It's really good if you get really good honey and get really good green tea. That makes a big difference. My buddy Ben Healy, his wife Allie, basically just told me that my tea was garbage, my green tea that I had, and probably is, but the honey is not. Next batch of green tea, I'll get something decent. But yeah, thank you all for your support. I love doing the live stream. I mean, it seems like I'm getting used to it. It's really awkward. It's really weird. I feel comfortable doing it. It's just setting it up and getting it timed right and all these things. It's different. But yeah, I appreciate the support. The channel, where it's headed, you know, I have an idea, but nothing, you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. But the support is greatly appreciated. The direction that I'm going is definitely outdoors. It's definitely adventures, and it's definitely in Colorado. So the name's never going to change. That name will never change. That name means everything. That name means the world. That's what it is. We're in Colorado. It's a YouTube channel, and we go on adventures. So that name will never change. That name will stay solid. As we bring on more people, hopefully more sponsors, as we grow, hopefully we get to the point where I do get monetized. We will, not hopefully, we will. You know, just growing and getting better. I love your all's input. I love your all's comments. And I do listen, you know, to them as well, because after all, this channel isn't just about me. It's about you, because it's for you. It's YouTube. It's not MeTube. It's not MySpace. It's not Facebook. It's YouTube. So this is for you. I do it for you, and I hope you enjoy the adventures. If there's any suggestions, if you have any ideas, shoot them my way. I'm going to wrap everything up. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to take my goofball hound dog out for a WALK here in a minute so she can go potty and I could grab something to eat and get some rest for our next adventure. Thanks for joining. I really, really love doing this. And if you have any topics or anything that you want to talk about, hit me up and let me know. I would love to walk you through some things and tell you some secrets about the mountains, whether it be like where to go ride, where to go play, where to go fish, where to go eat. Let me know. Until our next adventure, this is Chris from the Colorado Adventure Channel. Peace.